ABC 10 News at 7 starts now.
The Petco Park vaccination superstation is closing down again because of a vaccine shortage, just as a group of new people are becoming eligible for the shot. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. That closure could last through Tuesday. And our ABC 10 reporter Anthony Pura is live at the site, which is just about to close for the night. Anthony.
Steve, Kimberly, just to give you an idea of how busy this site is, you can see over here plenty of people getting in line, driving up to get vaccinated. This site's been supposed to close at 7 o'clock, but they are going through the line of people who have appointments tonight. We've been told the site has the capacity to administer 5,000 doses a day. So the closure from tomorrow through Tuesday means thousands of San Diegans will have appointments affected. Now, according to the county, this closure is due to a shortage of vaccine supplies. This is the third closure for the Petco vaccination superstation. This closure coming just as the county gave the green light for another 500,000 San Diegans to go and get vaccinated starting tomorrow. That involves law enforcement, food workers, and teachers. The Petco site only administers doses of the Moderna vaccine, and the county says sites that carry the Pfizer vaccine will not be impacted. Teachers will also not be affected as they are getting vaccinated through a different system. Now, those that will be impacted by the closures will be notified by UC San Diego Health's MyChart system and be prompted to reschedule. And back out here live, you can see that they closed the gates for tonight. We spoke with a couple just a short while ago. They told us that they were feeling very relieved that they were able to get their second dose of the vaccine today as they heard about the closures tomorrow. We're going to hear from more from them at 11 o'clock tonight. We're reporting live, Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Understandably grateful there. Thank you, Anthony. There is some good news on the vaccine front. The FDA is on the verge of approving Johnson & Johnson's one-shot COVID vaccine with doses shipping as soon as Monday. California is expected to receive more than 1 million doses of that vaccine over the next few weeks. Today, Governor Gavin Newsom announced about a third of that total should arrive next week.
That single dose provides opportunities to bring those doses and vaccines to where people are, because those doses don't require the storage that the Moderna and Pfizer doses require.
The Moderna and Pfizer vaccines must be stored in freezers, but the Johnson & Johnson vaccine can be stored for 3 months in regular refrigerators. And we know there are a lot of questions and different experiences with the vaccine rollout. Our ABC 10 News in-depth team is committed to tracking down answers and sharing your stories. Just send us an email at tips@10news.com.
The county reported 662 new cases today, while our test positivity rate ticked up to 4%. And another 11 San Diegans have lost their lives to COVID, bringing that total to 3,271. High school athletes were back on the field for the first official practice today. It comes just 1 week after a judge ruled that youth sports can resume play despite not meeting our state requirements. ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Dela Cruz spoke to a local quarterback about getting back in the game.
It is Friday night lights here at Scripps Ranch High School. This is their first official football practice of the year, the first practice where they can put helmets on and even touch a football. With their first game just 2 weeks away, there's a lot of work to be done. 17-year-old Gunnar Hensley hasn't been wasting any time during lockdown.
I've been staying ready, doing running, throwing with my teammates, even though we weren't allowed to practice.
The Mission Hills High School quarterback had to do most of his training on his own, outside of conditioning with the team.
We'd still get together and lift weights, so that kind of helped us cope with the lockdown mentally.
But that all changes Friday with their first official practice.
The intensity is going to be picked up a lot once you put on those pads and helmets. It's basically go time.
Teams are easing into their new routines. It's the first time they'll be using equipment and will slowly move toward implementing more contact.
We're going to be not hitting yet, but soon we're going to be hitting. Super psyched. Me and my teammates are pretty pumped up. just that we get to go back on there with some actual gear now, like helmets and pads.
The season is only becoming a reality thanks to local coaches who went to court, fighting against state guidelines to get their kids back on the field. The push from parents also gaining momentum after many became vocal on social media, rallying behind a grassroots group called Let Them Play San Diego.
One day, my dad and mom started a Facebook page to try to get us to play. I didn't know much about it, but I would have never thought it would have turned into something this big.
With just 2 weeks until their first game, players have to hit the ground running to make up for lost time.
We've been just hoping for a season. That's all we could really do. I'm looking forward to getting ready for the games because now we could actually start preparing.
Jennifer Dela Cruz, ABC 10 News.
And you can stay on top of any new developments with coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
We have breaking news out of Chula Vista where a woman is dead and a 24-hour standoff is finally over. Since yesterday, police have been dealing with a man who claimed he killed his wife. He was barricaded in a home on Glover Road just about an hour ago when John Partain was arrested. His wife was found dead inside. And we'll bring you more on this evolving situation on our website, mobile app, and the ABC 10 News at 11 o'clock. The search for a missing man has come to a sad end. Today, the Sheriff's Department announced the remains of 47-year-old Christopher Parkhurst were found by border agents on Lake Barrett Road in Dulzura. Parkhurst was reported missing by his family January 3rd, and a big search for him was conducted last month in Potrero. His remains were found about a mile from there. The medical examiner will determine the cause of death.
La Mesa police will not discipline the officer who shot a beanbag round at a protester last May. Officer Eric Knudsen shot Leslie Furkron in the face during that protest, causing her serious injury. Today, the police department announced an independent review of that case shows Knudsen's actions did not violate department policy. The DA also declined to press charges, but Furkron has filed a civil suit against Knudsen and the city. And the Sheriff's Department is looking for a possible arsonist in Santee. A fire broke out just before noon on a dry riverbed near Mass Park. Firefighters knocked it down quickly and held it to only a quarter acre, but a person was seen leaving the area where that fire started carrying a gas can. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sheriff's Department.
2 men pleaded guilty today for a charter school scheme that stole millions of dollars from the state of California. Sean McManus and Jason Schrock ran A3 Education, which oversaw charter schools, including one in El Cajon. They used state funds meant for education for personal use, including buying homes. McManus faces up to 10 years in prison, Schrock 9. They'll also return more than $210 million worth of assets gained from the scam. And we have a follow-up to a story that we've been covering for months. A lawsuit has now been filed against San Diego Unified after a local Chicano artist's decade-old mural was destroyed during construction at a school. ABC 10 News reporter Leah Pizzetti has the big complaint over how it was done.
This construction will ultimately lead to an improved campus and more resources for the community. Artists and advocates have said they're a fan of that. It's one key step during the demolition process that's leading to this new lawsuit. This is the moment that is the basis of a newly filed lawsuit. A historic mural at Memorial Junior High School in Logan Heights came crumbling down last September. And now the artist is pressing charges.
It's important to preserve our historical events.
Salvador Roberto Torres is the creator of this 1988 mural that celebrated diversity. And this lawsuit claims the San Diego Unified School District did not tell him his art would be destroyed as part of a construction project. In September, artists and advocates asked the district to halt demolition so they could move multiple pieces of art on campus.
It has your history on that wall.
They were unsuccessful for this piece. The lawsuit says, quote, the mural could have been removed by readily available mural removal methods. The district says on campus, one mural was preserved in place. One mural was removed and will be put back on campus, and another mural will be created, but this one by Torres was destroyed, the district saying asbestos made it unsalvageable. Photos were taken of the mural to preserve Torres's art, but the lawsuit claims these, quote, bogus copies are a copyright infringement. Now, Torres's attorney is seeking damages and a jury trial. The school district says they are coming up with a way to make sure any future art installed on campus can be easily removed
removed should there be any future construction needed. Leah Pizzetti, ABC 10 News.
Thousands of local sailors and Marines, they are back home tonight after 10 months at sea. The USS Nimitz aircraft carrier pulled into San Diego today. 5,000 sailors and Marines were assigned to that carrier strike group. The crew set sail back in May, which was 2 months earlier than planned because of the pandemic. DJ O'Grady and her sister Janice watched the Nimitz return today with her daughter on board.
It just feels good that they're home again.
Yeah, we are proud of all the sailors on the Nimitz. And it's exciting that they're all home and they're all safe, and for all the families that have been praying for them for a whole year.
That they have. Some service members will stay with the ship to take her back to her home port in Washington.